Imagine spending 4 years of university learning how to code, and now you start applying to jobs, but you get rejected on all of them. And you have no idea why that's happening. Why is that happening? You worked hard, you studied a lot, maybe you're the typical geek that you see in the movies, and you're proud that you know everything related to programming, but people are still not hiring you. Let me help you with that. Who am I? I'm Andre. I've been a software developer for over 6 years. I've been coding for over 9 years, and I've been through at least 40 interviews, maybe more. So I know what's the deal. The biggest issue that beginner programmers make is that they don't have any soft skills. They spend all their time learning all the little syntaxes, all the little gimmicks that the programming languages have to offer, but they never spend the time to learn how to actually communicate, how to actually ask for advice or to explain their problems or to explain their solutions, or maybe even how to be friendly with their colleague. A big part when you get hired as a software developer is not that you're going to be spending time at your computer all day, 8 hours every day, just coding. It's more like 2 hours per day you spend coding, and another 3 hours, maybe 4, you spend communicating with people about problems and about solutions, and another 2 hours, let's say, is spent just hanging out with people and feeling good and building the actual team. So for companies that hire software developers, especially junior software developers, it's very important that they are good team players. The most important criteria that they are looking when hiring new software developers is that they are coachable, they are eager to learn, and that they are, frankly, just friendly people and good people to be around. Imagine this scenario. You are the best programmer. You know all the little things that are there to know about your programming language, but you're socially awkward as fuck. So you don't have any social skills. You're not able to describe your problem, and you did a very complex solution because you know a lot about programming. You developed a very, very nice, very complex solution for that problem, but no one in your team is able to understand it. And you're so awkward that you're not able to explain that solution to your teammates. And on the other hand, there's another guy who's not that experienced. He doesn't know all of the little things that there are to know. He did a solution. It's a lot uglier. It's not really optimized. The code is bad. It's not scalable. It sucks, basically. But the solution is simple. Then it gets to the peer review, and the other more experienced programmers come in and they give him feedback because they can understand what he's doing and because he's eager to talk to them and improve. They give him the feedback. He goes on to implement it, and now he has a solution that is both easy to understand and it's also scalable and optimal. So basically, the first guy knew everything there was to know and he could do the problem alone. But the company didn't value that because no one can work with that person. The second person didn't know as much, but that's why he had teammates. The teammates helped him get to the right solution, and they worked as a whole and fixed that problem. Because that's why there are teams. That's why there are software developer teams. Because the problems are not fixed individually, they are fixed by the whole team. Let me tell you a story. So I'm a self-taught developer. I always wrote code alone. I was always used to writing code alone. In my first 2 projects that I worked professionally, so in my first almost 3 years, I worked pretty much alone. And that left me with a lot of experience of doing that. So the first time I went to go work in an actual team, I was the annoying kid that was always telling people, no, we need to spend more time optimizing this, and we don't have enough capacity to do all those features, because the company wanted to move really fast and I wanted to write code very beautifully, code that I was used to write when I was working alone. But I realized that not everyone can write code like me, and if I can't explain what I'm doing, no one can even come close to writing code like me. I had to learn how to coach people, how to tell people what they need to improve, and to be okay that it wouldn't be perfect and it wouldn't be like I would have done it, but still it was a viable solution. Because that's the main thing. The company doesn't want to produce perfect code. It wants to produce workable code. So you don't need to be an expert. You just need to think like maybe like an average man, and then you basically make sure that anyone who reads your code can understand it, and there can be a lot of error, and there can be seamless cooperation between every people on the team, regardless of their current skills and their current understanding of the project. So rather than spending 4 years learning how to code and learning all the little gimmicks of that programming language, spend half that time just developing as a person. Spend time outside, meet with people, become a better communicator, become a better storyteller, become a funnier person, a more agreeable person, and you'll have a lot more chances of being hired. As a rule of thumb, if you can make the recruiter laugh during your interview, you're already miles ahead of the other people. Good luck.